Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Nina's Chelsea Corner. If you're new around here, Chelsea beat Leicester 2-1 away from home. It's 3 points, 3 crucial points, because we did say that after the international break, we want a winning streak. And we have officially started one, I've said. So Villa at the weekend, better be a win. Southampton, Tottenham and all the other games, better be wins. But guys, how can you not like what you see? And yeah, of course, there will be certain talking points about improvements needing to be made when you scrutinise the actual games. But when you look at the results and you look at our goals and the way that we are playing as a collective, as a team, cohesively is great. No matter what the opposition is, yes, of course we want to win against the top 6 sides, and that will come. But overall, I'm pretty happy with what I saw. Apologies for the late uploads. I was travelling back, so I watched and caught up with the game today. So now that I have basically filmed this on Sunday, I now know that Steve Cooper has been sacked by Leicester. So that's a bit awkward. Enzo Maresca, former manager who got them promoted, left the wheel to Steve Cooper just literally 5 months ago, and sadly he is already gone. It did take me by surprise. I think they're just sat 2 points above the drop zone, so clearly there is reasons to be concerned. Leicester have just come up, they don't want to go back down again, so the football and everything has obviously got to improve, so I guess that's the reasoning behind this decision. So yes, it's been a collective sequence of events, but it's safe to say that Enzo Maresca's successor at Leicester has not really impressed. But Maresca went back to the King Power Stadium, got a win, 3 points, and left. So happy days, really. But let's talk about the game, guys, because again, I said I'm pretty happy with what I saw. I think there were certain moments of that game that we could have scored more. We really could have scored about 3 or 4 in that game, maybe even more. Obviously unlucky. We also had a goal ruled off for offside, but we were very threatening up front. I'm pretty sure that Leicester's first kind of shots came very later on in the game, and while they looked threatening maybe at the end of the first half, I think we did well to control that game, and we always looked like we had the upper hand against Leicester pretty much. Even though the result might tell you that it was narrow, it's kind of equally contested, I think that actually Chelsea did look like they were going to win the game. But yeah, I liked the fact that Joao Felix obviously started. We know that Neto's got a slight knock, nothing too serious, meaning that he'll be out for a while, but it meant that he didn't start this game. It meant Palmer was back in, well, he has been obviously, but the fact that Enzo Fernandez is back into the starting lineups and they're actually managing to play again together is really refreshing, guys, and it's showing that, you know, we don't need to be strictly kind of like confined to this one starting 11. Enzo Maresca can make changes, even if it means it's in the league and not, you know, in your midweek fixtures. He is absolutely open to making these changes, and they can work. I thought our front line pretty much did really well. I'm not too sure why there's been a lot of criticism with Noni Madueke. I get it, because with Noni Madueke, he has elevated his own expectations because of the performances he's been dropping this season. You know, the fact that he scored his hat-trick, the fact that he's been heavily involved in assists as well. He links up well with Palmer, Jackson too, and there's this really nice little chemistry going on. So the fact that he's elevated his expectations means that fans are now holding him to this, again, excessively high expectation where he's got to be as good as he is every single game. Now, I think he still is, and this is where I think some fans are maybe missing the point that Madueke's work rate on and off the ball is really good. He was very close to getting a goal himself. Obviously, Nico Jackson provided that absolutely amazing assist that came in from the left flank, and Madueke just can edge it to target. But again, he does the right things. He dribbles, he holds the ball well, he can beat his man, and he's that player that will take risks for you. Guys, we've missed those players that will just take risks for you, you know, and not be afraid to take a shot. Like Felix as well. He was unlucky. He missed the target a couple times, but those are chances that sometimes will be put away. And like Neto against Arsenal, he took that chance. He took that opportunity where he could shoot, and it was an equaliser. So these are the things I just love to see, so I highly encourage them. And of course it is frustrating that he did get into the way of Cole Palmer, and that could have easily been a very nice goal for Palmer there. They laughed about it, so why should we fans be putting the pressure or, you know, condemning them for something like that when they've had a laugh about it? It's unlucky, but they've just gone on and gotten on with it, really. Like, is that not showing maturity? Is that not showing that, yeah, okay, that's fine, we'll string another attack in a moment and then we'll score, as we did? But you get the point. Yeah, again, I get it, frustrating, and even the build up to that opportunity was just so good. But I thought there was so much energy from Enzo Fernandez, obviously deservingly man of the match. You saw how much that goal meant to him. He just really needed that. But again, did his little shush, and you just see how much he felt the need to prove himself. So it was great to see that the fans gave him a pretty good reception. He was absolutely probably the first player to be involved with passing through balls, feeding the wingers with these great passes, and that's, I think, the little kind of measure of creativity we've been lacking in some of our games where he hasn't been playing. Because I think that him and Lavia have very different qualities, which I think we'll soon come to realise are very effective in different games, depending on the opposition and how we kind of play. But I think Enzo Fernandez has got a little bit of that kind of creative spark to him, and because even like last season or this season we've not always had the players to finish those off, it's almost seen that Enzo Fernandez hasn't actually done that much. While I agree that he does get pushed off the ball sometimes, and we've seen that the midfield and the pace of it has been a bit too quick for him at times, I think that, again, these strengths and his range of passes and the fact that he can just, you know, complete a fantastic through ball is really great. I saw the same from Joao Felix. He's someone that can also kind of get out of tight spaces. He was getting fouled left, right and centre as well, guys. Can I just say, I thought Leicester, oh my goodness, at times some of the late challenges, they just did make me nervous. Cole Palmer as well, like, I thought, you can't actually injure our best player, like that can't happen. But it is that sort of worry that, you know, you might not be able to change that. Obviously, God forbid, nothing happens, but it is scary how much Palmer gets fouled. But anyways, if you're a player that's technical and that can cause trouble, yeah, clearly there is a threat there. They're trying to shot down in the wrong ways. But yeah, so attack, really great. I thought midfield too did a great job, utilised the spaces across the pitch pretty well. I've kind of started front to back, but you know, as we've now moved to the back line, let's talk about our defence, guys, because we conceded. It was a late penalty conceded. You know, it meant that we didn't have a clean sheet. I thought it would have been nice because it's something we've not actually had recently, and while we've been scoring loads of goals, we know we've had issues in defence. So it would have been nice, but yeah, sadly, it is what it is. A mistake was made, and my goodness, Fofana was getting booed so much at that place. But yeah, I'm sure he was kind of muted, or he muted it out or something. Didn't really let him affect his game too much, but hey, you know, everybody makes mistakes. So I thought, yeah, shame to concede, but overall pretty decent, I'd say. You know, Badiashile, he is deservingly getting his flowers because that was a great performance from him. A lot of players have sort of played it down, said it's, you know, it's against Leicester and their front line wasn't particularly threatening or causing us loads of trouble, but you know, with Badiashile, it's that he is a good defender. I just don't think that him in the Premier League consistently at the moment, that's not to say that he can't improve. I've not seen enough of him to, you know, kind of have proved that he can absolutely be a reliable defender game in, game out. And that is probably unfair for me to say because we've not seen him game in, game out, because I think the only other game he played this season was against Liverpool. So again, maybe there is an element to the fact that we have to see if Maresca's going to play him a little bit more, whether maybe he just looked better, like I always kind of said, alongside of Thiago Silva, as did Disasi last season. But I won't ever forget, Badiashile was pretty good months on arrival to Chelsea. I mean, I know it was pretty easy to make an impression because things were just absolutely bizarre all over the pitch, but yeah, really good to see Badiashile was so cool, calm and collected, making some fantastic forward balls. Obviously, he was involved for and for Jackson's goal too, because again, he won the ball pinged it straight over to Jackson. Jackson did so well to stay strong, keep on that duel. It was obviously FaZe who he beat, and what a finish. I mean, the technique of that goal. Like, the thing with Jackson is he won't exactly score you the screamers outside the box or anything else, but his technique on finishing has improved so much, and it's almost like that instinct finish that he would lack last season, and he'd overthink it too much. But there he is, just putting it straight away. He's opened the scoring, and I thought it was an absolutely fantastic goal. Nico's maturity, both in games and the way he conducts himself outside of games as well, has really just been an incline of improvement, and he knows it. And the fact that he's not he is saying that he's still got a lot more to learn and do and show and score is very telling about how far he's come. So long may it continue, Nico. You are absolutely doing wonders. I thought he was brilliant against Leicester, so again, he deserves his flowers too. Again, was short of assisting Mazueke, could have been a great there. But yeah, I thought overall really great. Enzo Fernandez getting his goal, already talks about it, just really nice. And yeah, I thought Cole Palmer could have probably had 3 assists in that game, had we been a bit kind of lucky with finishing, a little bit more clinical and on target, then maybe. But guys, things are looking good at the moment. You know, we got the win. It was needed after the international break. You know, we've had a lot of chops and changes in terms of kind of schedules with so many international breaks at the start of the season, and we're still very much work in progress. I think people forget that now because we are so I mean, at least I can only speak for myself. You guys let me know in the comments down below how you feel, but I'm just surprised at how we started out, because again, I had no expectations and I didn't know what to expect this season. So to see us do as well as we are is pretty good, and we still know that there's lots to improve, lots to do, and we'll just keep working. But obviously Heidenheim in the Conference League this Thursday, followed by Aston Villa at the Bridge at the weekend. So really cool to see what's going to happen and how that might unfold. Obviously Aston Villa's huge, big test, and I think that if we get a win against Villa with a really good performance, that would just be such a positive lift. An even bigger lift. But anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please hit that like button. Leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on the games. Who impressed you? What did you like? What didn't you like? What can improve, guys? If you're a new viewer and you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more content like this, guys. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great week.